Hi everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Carmen, a concerned resident of Manchester. One of the things I want to put forward to the meeting is, I'm not too sure of the details and I will find it again, but somebody has called for a mass sleep out. I think it's the 24th of August, and I think that we should show them how it's done here in Manchester. Cheers.
Hi. I just want to say that I agree with what Marion and the comrade from Barnsley have said about we need to join together and we need to make this a national fight. And I thank the people that have travelled to be with us today from Barnsley and Roger from London and Marion obviously from Glasgow. It really inspires people when people are willing to travel a long way to support us at our meetings. I want to speak on I'm a trade unionist, I'm a co-branch secretary for Unison, from the Manchester Community Mental Health Branch, and I want to speak about trade union involvement. And Dave Prentice at Unison Conference tries to talk about the injustice of the bedroom tax, which for Dave Prentice is an excellent move forward if he's getting involved in campaigns against the government, not just campaigns for workers. That's really a move forward for him. And I also think that we need to affiliate to the national organisation, because that makes it much easier for people within trade unions to take motions back to their unions, to agree funding at branch and regional levels, and to ask them to help produce leaflets, to back demonstrations. And it's, you know, really, it makes unity a lot easier. And we believe in leading the organisation from grassroots, and that's why we've been building in the estates from the bottom up, making small local groups. I'm involved in Trafford Against the Bedroom Tax. We've got a local group at the moment just in Stretford. Hopefully we'll be able to spread out and get groups in Partington and on the racecourse estate in Sale in the near future. I mean, you know, the bedroom tax is a tax against the disabled and unemployed members of our societies. We're right to build more small local campaigns, but we also need to maximise that fight, and including the trade union, housing providers and local councils in our fight back is really important. We need to fight for the right to have a home, the right to have a spare room, and for benefits to enable people to live, not just to survive, which is what they want to do. They want to reduce the lifestyle, if you can call it that, of everybody that's unable to work to the very basics, that all they have is just enough food to survive and a very basic roof over their heads. Everyone in society deserves a decent life, not just to live. Thank you.
I just want to pick up on some of the things that the speakers said about, you know, the need for unity. Oh, sorry, I'm in Left Unity and I'm also in the NUT. And basically about how we can combine those fights and those struggles, and it is about the grassroots level. I got involved in my local bedroom tax group, and I took the petition, the Manchester bedroom tax petition round at work. I took it to everybody. I took it to the teachers, the cleaners, the caretakers, everybody. And I got over 80 signatures on it. There was no hesitation from anybody about shall I sign it or not. It wasn't, well, some people actually, because we know how the media treat these things, you know, they do try to hide it, don't they? They do try to keep it secret, basically. So I did explain it. As soon as I explained it, oh yeah, that's affecting my grandma, that's affecting my mum, you know, that's affecting me. People were signing it, it was great. Brought it back. Then what happened next is that kind of feeling that spilled over, I believe, into our own fight against what's happening to education, which isn't just about public sector workers who are seen as like privileged by some people, not by me. That, you know, it's not just about our pay, it's about defending our education system, which is being absolutely destroyed by Gove. You know, he's turning our education system into a system for the elite and a different system for the working class, and we've got to stop that. So it's all about fighting austerity. So as a result of going around with the bedroom tax petition And then we had a strike, which was extremely successful in Manchester. We had a regional strike. We had 5,000 teachers. The union leaders were taken back. The union leaders are totally taken back by the size of it. They booked a conference room for, I think, 800. So it was no way we're all going to get in there. But it was a very, very strong feeling. You know, you couldn't shut the meeting up for a chance of go out, go out, go out. It just went on and on. I took 4 times as many people from my school on that. You know, we were on strike and 4 times as many people went. I believe that's because of the links that people are now beginning to see in terms of these attacks. And the great thing about that is, some people, it was like their first thing they'd ever been to. It's, my God, you know, it's great, this, isn't it? It's fantastic. And I know that I'm going to be able to build on that. I've already done it at work. We've got rid of a really bad pay policy that our head was trying to impose on us. And we've got 95% of the members of the union rejected it. So we've got rid of that. We've got a much better pay policy. And I know we're going to get a lot of people out, I hope, from my school on the 29th, you know, and across Manchester. We need everybody there, the teachers, the housing tenants and everything else. Thanks.
Hi, I'm from Wigan Against the Bedroom Tax campaign. We had our first meeting on June the 10th where there was 14 people there, and that's because we couldn't really afford the leaflets. We just clubbed together and got some booked community centre, got 40 leaflets printed. But what we did do was we invited some of the local trade unions there, and on the first meeting we got a £200 donation, which really helped towards getting the rooms and the leaflets done. And since then it has really spiralled. We're on the estates now. On Wednesday we had a lobby at the town hall which had 30 tenants there. The council wouldn't start the meeting until we'd left because they were frightened of us. And what was quite interesting is quite a lot of the Labour councillors actually said to us they supported the bedroom tax, which it's good when you get them filmed, really, isn't it, actually saying that. But the thing is, it's the most vulnerable in society that's been affected, you know, the disabled and single parents. I mean, I've got my 4 youngest playing in the hall out there. That's why I'm stood at the door. I think what we need to do is we need to make people realise that it's okay to bring the kids along, it's okay to come along, because, you know, my little ends for their sins have been brought up on the picket line and in meetings, but they don't enjoy it any more than any other kids. But it's just what sometimes it has to be done. And the more we make it acceptable, and the more that people realise it's okay, then easier it's going to be for working class parents, men and women, to bring their kids along, and more solidarity will be built. And I think really that is one thing that we need to be putting out there, because it is the most vulnerable, as I said, the most vulnerable in society that is being affected, and we need to reach out to these people.